Hey everyone! Today, we're continuing our amazing story from the book of Exodus, as we are now in chapter 12. But first, remember last time, we left off with Moses telling Pharaoh about one last, very serious event that was going to happen. Pharaoh was still being very stubborn and wouldn't listen. Now, in chapter 12, God was about to do something truly extraordinary, something that would finally convince Pharaoh. God told Moses and Aaron something very special. He told them that each family among his people should pick out a perfect young lamb. This lamb would be very important. They were to take care of it for a few days, and then, on a special night, they were to prepare it. They were also told to take some of the lamb's blood and put it on the two doorposts and the top of their doorframes of their houses. It might sound a little strange, but God had a very important reason for this. God told Moses, "On that night, I will pass through the land of Egypt, and where I see the blood on the doorframe, I will pass over that house, and no harm will come to anyone inside. But in every house where there is no blood, the firstborn in that house, from people to animals, will pass away." This was a very serious message. Moses told all of God's people exactly what God had said. And do you know what? God's people listened. They trusted God, and they did everything He told them to do. They picked out their lambs, and they put the blood on their doorframes. They even had a special meal that night, and they were all ready to leave Egypt. That night, just as God said, a great event swept through Egypt. In every house where there was no blood on the doorframe, the firstborn, both people and animals, sadly passed away. Can you imagine how Pharaoh felt then? He was absolutely heartbroken. He had lost his own firstborn, and there was crying and sadness all over Egypt. Finally, Pharaoh couldn't take it anymore. In the middle of the night, he called for Moses and Aaron. Pharaoh said to them, "Get up, go out from among my people, both you and the people of Israel. Go, worship the Lord, as you have said. Take your flocks and your herds, as you have said, and be gone, and bless me also." Finally, after all those amazing signs, after all those times Pharaoh said no, he finally said yes. He wanted Moses and God's people to leave right away. The Egyptians were so eager for them to leave that they even gave them gold and silver and clothes to take with them. And so, God's people, the Israelites, finally left Egypt, free at last, just as God had promised. And that special night, when God passed over the houses with the blood, became known as Passover. It was a reminder to them, and to us, of how God protects His people and keeps His promises. Isn't that an amazing story? It shows us that God is powerful, He is just, and He always keeps His word. And when we trust in Him, He will always take care of us, just like He did for His people in Egypt. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and tune in next time so we can continue our journey with the Israelites to see what God has next in store for His people. God bless.